Another action-packed edition of Sports Tonight has just kicked off from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. It's good to have you join us once again to talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakpan. We are ready for the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. What a story. What is it all about? Athletics grassroots development program for boys and girls in secondary school under the age of 17. It's beautiful. We love the story that we're trying to tell as regards developing sports at the grassroots. We have started the Channels International Kids Cup, and it's doing so well. And now we're on the ride towards developing athletics in Nigeria. Walk with us on this journey today in Lagos. The press briefing for the second edition was done. Look, persons are excited about it. We want to bring back the glory days of athletics in Nigeria. We believe that the only way to revive athletics in this country is to go back to the basics. And that's what we're doing with the Channels Track and Field Classics. I'll tell you more tonight on the show. It's going to be bomber packed. The guys and girls are ready to come compete to show us that, yes, they have talents, that talents are bound in the schools. We need to go there to discover those talents. Last year, we saw loads of talents. This year, we're ready, packed up, to develop more talent. So we're ready for the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. I'll tell you what went down today at the press briefing. Also on the show tonight, we'll take a look at what's going on in the new NBA season. The Washington Nationals, they've been in the news lately. What a story, winning their first World Series title. Sonny Young is super excited. Not just Sonny Young, the entire Washington, they're happy. And of course, the Washington Wizards are enjoying a good start to the new NBA season. When Sonny Young joins us, we'll discuss that and boxing on the show tonight. We'll also take a look at football in Nigeria. More reactions continue to trail the Golden Eaglets ouster from the 2019 FIFA Under-17 World Cup. I had an international football scout on this show last night, Alexander Kuye. It says, Austin, it has gone beyond development, that the Nigeria Football Federation didn't do the right work in terms of understanding football at that under-17 level. He also faulted the selection of Coach Manu Garba and his technical team. Just because I love it at that level, just because that's developmental, I want us to keep that conversation going with what you saw at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. In what ways can that Golden Eaglets team get better? Because somebody will say now, take the old players, take them away, and then we start building again. There were some positives. Can we build on those positives? Yes, we should take a look at it tonight on the program. We'll continue our countdown to the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. We've been following that one because we want to remind everybody that we'll be contributing to that one, that time is ticking away. What must be done should be done now, or we should even start concluding plans for Tokyo 2020. We'll get to that countdown. We'll talk about it on the show tonight. This weekend, we're going to have action at the CAF Under-23 AFCON. The Olympic Eagles, Nigeria's under-23 team, they cannot wait to play Côte d'Ivoire. Nigeria, defending champions of that competition, they want to play Côte d'Ivoire, beat Côte d'Ivoire, and move forward in the competition. We'll talk about it on the show tonight. So much is going down in our world of sports. I'm super excited that the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics is loading. We cannot wait. At the grassroots, there's so much joy. Be part of the program tonight, wherever you are in the world watching us. Welcome on board. This is the Fun Factory. I want to hear from you tonight. Let's talk about the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Let's talk about the Channels Track and Field Classics. That one also for boys and girls under the age of 17. So grassroots sports development gets our attention big time on this show tonight. Sonny Young will join us from Washington, D.C. Sonny Young is a very happy man tonight. Washington is singing and dancing. Why? Sonny Young will tell us when he joins us on the program. We'll play some table tennis. Another good one for Team Nigeria at the World Team Championship. We knew it was going to be difficult when they were drawn against China, but I was expecting them to beat Chinese Taipei today, and it didn't happen. So we'll play some table tennis and, of course, do a lot of football on the show tonight. If you're still talking about what happened in UEFA Champions League, can we do that? Yes, we can also do that. Bayern Munich and, of of course, Juve, they have booked their places in the round of 16. Interesting times in UEFA Champions League, also the Europa League. Let's talk some football on the show tonight. Sports Tonight on your loving, or your sports loving channels, television, wherever you are. Talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports. It's a verified Twitter handle, so feel free to talk to us. Channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. You can send us an email. It's posttonight@channelstv.com. All our top stories can be viewed on our website, channelstv.com, and on YouTube/channels web. Log on to m.channelstv.com to download the Channels TV app for your iPhone, your iPad, your BlackBerry, your iOS, and your Windows phones, just so you can keep up with everything that we are doing. And if you want to talk to us tonight on the show, let's know at the location where you're doing just that, hey, because it's the Fun Factory. So much is happening in our world of sports. What are you talking about? For us right here in Lagos, Nigeria, it's all about grassroots sports development. We cannot wait for the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. That's one. We want to use it to discover talent in athletics right here in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome on board Sports Tonight on Channels TV. Let's welcome Ikenna. Makes a return on the show. Ikenna, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Thank you very much. It's good to be back.
I know. Good to have you on the show. It's 6 days, 6 more days to the 2019 Channels Track and Field Classics. It's the second edition. So last year, we took a look at everything we've been doing with grassroots football development. The main organizing committee, we liked it. How we started as a small competition in Lagos, and then it grew into a national competition, and now it's international. And just because we always want to do more, the visionary, Mr. John Momo, says, what can we do again for the grassroots? He says, let's revive athletics in Nigeria. Let's go back to the schools. Because, Ikenna, you know how it is back in the day, even for regular school inter-house sports, the invitational relay is the major talking point.
The Channels took the right step in the right direction. You know, this is pure grassroots development program for athletics. You've done it for football. It's gone international. So you're doing it for this is second edition. Anytime you keep mentioning it, I've been rubbing my hand in anticipation.
I know.
So it's going to be. It's already awesome. Yeah. So imagine the talent you're going to see. Imagine the kids that are going to expose themselves on this platform. Yeah. So it's something everybody should look out for and watch. I mean, it's going to be amazing. Yeah. It's going to be amazing.
But it's not just about the discovery of the talent. We are televising this revolution so that somebody will not ask questions tomorrow. So what you need to do now is just walk with us. It's a revolution. We're leading it for grassroots sports development in Nigeria. It will be good to see the boys from King's College go against the boys from St. Greg's, go against the guys from St. Finbar's, the boys from FGC Janiki. They're not smiling. Chiamaka Ugbogu won the boys 100 meters last year. It says it's from St. Greg's College. It says every other school should come and win any other title, but it's coming to get back his 100 meters title.
Do you know what this is going to lead in maybe in the near future, within a year or two? Getting admission into these schools, you must be a very good athlete. That's where it's going to lead. Because the schools, because with this kind of program, the schools are going to be known. You know, apart from academics, they are also known in sports. They are also known in athletics. So, if you're going to get admission into this school, you must be very athletic. You must know your sports very well before you. So, it's something that is going to work very well for some of these schools.
And another aspect that we like about what we are doing, for instance, the Channels International Kids Cup, there is a benchmark. So the games masters tell these kids, if you're not doing well in class, you cannot play football.
Exactly.
So everybody wants to do
because
well in class.
Academics are sports.
So games master, we pick them into the team.
Exactly.
That's what we take to athletics.
Yeah,
also.
because we're trying to encourage, because there's life after sports.
That's what it
you know,
is.
Imagine like footballers. They say a footballer has 10 years to 13 years lifespan. After that, what do they do? And when you retire at 35, you're not old. You're still a young man. There's so much ahead of you. So it's good that you combine your education with sports. You know, when you finish, you can also go into some other things about in life, in businesses. So I mean, I think it's a very good one.
It's beautiful. And you know, if you lose it at the foundation, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
So this is the right way to start. I love saying the story of Alimot Alowonle. She came to the Channels track and field last year. She won the girls 100 and 200 meters. In the 100 meters final, Kenya, she ran 11.66 seconds.
As a under 17.
At 15.
At 15.
So just imagine if she has more platforms.
More training, better coaches, better facilities, going to meets around the world, coming back, learning from those meets and coming back to train more. So at 15, she's running 11.
Wow.
So imagine what she's going to do when she gets to 21, 22.
Because we still have those elite.
And at 21, 22, you've not even peaked.
Yeah.
You're still even starting. Yeah. So imagine what you do when she gets to 27. So, I mean, you see, we take it for granted what Channels is doing. Yes, we take it for granted. So it is what is needed because, like I said in the program, we like building our houses from up. We should come down to the foundation, start building different sports. What are we going to do on this grass? And school sports should be revived.
I agree.
School sports should be revived.
I agree. We're going back to the schools. We're going back to the basics. We want to discover more talents for athletics in Nigeria. Today, right here in Lagos, we had the official press briefing for the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. I'll let you see this report. It tells you everything that went down today. Let's see it. We'll be right back.
"2018 no doubt brought exciting moments for under-17 athletes from secondary schools across Lagos State. To keep to its promise to continue contributing its quota to the development of athletics from the grassroots, the Channels Track and Field Classics is returning even bigger and better this year.
We have done one or two things to make amends and get better in what we did last year. And this year, we have increased the events from 8 to 10. Last year, we didn't have high jump, we didn't have discus. But this year, by the grace of God, we're going to have those events because we believe those are the events Nigeria are doing very well before today in the international circles. Hopefully, the next Olympic Games, prayerfully, I don't think we are there, but hopefully with things, competitions such as this, and with private sectors getting involved and supporting government entities, probably will do well in 2020 Olympics.
The talents are just emanating. It's better for us to recognize those talents, which we are doing, to capture them and try to develop them.
Channels Television is not alone on this journey. The Lagos State Sports Commission is also partnering with the Classic.
It's a laudable program because they believe that we can get them young, right from the secondary or primary school. So that is why they are organizing this kind of event. And I believe for many people that have been representing this country in different sports, most of them were identified from school and they were nurtured to the stadium.
Apart from youth engagement, youth empowerment is also a platform to reduce juvenile delinquencies to the PRS minimum. So, on behalf of the Lagos State government and the Lagos State Sports Commission, I want to say a big thank you to Channels for this laudable project.
There we go.
Okay.
With all said and done, then comes the unveiling of the running vests for this year.
Beautiful running vests.
The countdown has begun, and the organizers say they are indeed ready for another exciting moment which the Track and Field Classics bring.
So that's it, the press briefing to announce the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. Ikena, the benefits are enormous. You listen to the director of school sports at the Lagos State Sports Commission. She says, look, it's not all about coming to compete. It reduces juvenile delinquency.
Yes, exactly. Because what you're doing is you're removing them from the street, keeping them busy. So telling them that, giving them that hope and telling them that they have a future in sports. So helping them to discover their talent. Imagine if we were cracking a joke. Some of these motor park touts that pop their shoulders. Some of them can become very good bossers.
That's right.
Some of these guys that hawk on the street that run after buses to sell some of them can become very good at track and field sportsmen. So there's something enough we can do, because the problem we have in the country is that we don't have enough platforms for these people to expose their talent. So it's quite a challenge when it comes in the country.
And that's why right here at Channels Television we're trying to change it.
Just to say something, one thing that is very key with this Channels track and field is data. Like you mentioned about the kid that ran under 11. So if when she gets to 21, there is a record of her that can be traced back. You know, when she was 15, this is what she ran. So things can be put to make her get to that top position. You know, the right nutrition, the right coaches, the right training facilities and everything. So that is very, very key when it comes to this competition. The records are there, the data is there.
That's right. Which has actually been a problem because no proper data. It's been difficult to fight age cheats, even in football and sports. It's been a cankerworm. So what we are trying to do is to let these kids know at a very tender age, teach them life values, teach them integrity, teach them honesty.
Spirit of sportsmanship.
You get teamwork. So much to learn when you get involved in sporting activities. And look, it makes them understand success at a very tender age.
Imagine that was one of the clips he showed, the guy that won and he took up the hands of the other. That's piece of sportsmanship, you understand? It's not about winning, it's about participation, it's about grooming your talent at this stage. So, man, I can't emphasize it enough. It's beautiful.
November the 13th and the 14th, Wednesday and Thursday next week at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. We're going to have the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classic. So you saw there the unveiling of the running vest. So beautiful. We cannot wait to give it to the kids free of charge. Some of the kids coming from far away, Badagry, Bejuleki, Kankor, we're going to accommodate them right there at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. We want to revive sports at the schools. It's a revolution. We're not stopping now. And we will continue to do this for grassroots sports development. I'll run through the order of events for the second edition of the Channels Track and Field Classics. If you've got some time, put down these dates now and the time so that you know what we're doing. Day 1, November the 13th, morning session at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. We're going to get off with the girls' 200 meters heat. Then we'll get on with the boys' 200 meters heat. They will go on to the 400 meters boys. They will have the long jump girls final. Last year, it was all about Oluwandara Goodluck from Green Spring School, who is going to be the new girls champion this year. Walk with us. You'll find out. We're going to have shot put. We didn't have shot put. Last year, it was just one field event. This year, we said the more, the merrier. So we added 2 to it. We've added shot put and we've also added high jump. We want to discover more talents. We're going to have the girls 200 meters semi-final, and then the 100 meters hurdles for the girls, the heats, and the 110 meters hurdles heats for the boys. 100 for the girls, 110 for the boys. On the final day, November the 13th, the afternoon session, we're going to start with the girls 200 meters finals. Last year, it was Alimot Alowonle who is going to win it this year. And we'll have the boys 200 meters boys, the 200 meters boys final. Last year, it was Fatola Adedoyin from Oreyo Grammar School in Ikorodu. We'll win it this year. I don't know. We'll find out. We're going to have the long jump boys final. We're going to have the 400 meters girls semi-final. We're going to have the 400 meters boys semi-final. We'll have the shot put girls final and the 4x400 and 4x100 boys. And when you do the relays, you know that, yes, the higher competition is coming to an end.
Say it again.
Tell me.
AFN should jump on this platform to make this team national. You've created that, you've solved a problem. They should jump on it, discuss with channels and how to make, because I understand that some people maybe in the east or the south or the north, they'll be saying, come on, channels, can you come up? I mean, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, so let's just address that. We've been getting calls. Please, we want to be part of these. We will eventually go national. We're not scared of dreaming, but we're taking it one step at a time. We're watching our progress. We must do the right things. So today again, the issue of age cheats popped up. it's still the same thing. This is Channels Television. We are known for integrity and credibility. Strict rules and regulations, because we know what we want from this.